Do these 10 things before you store your Christmas decorations. Number 1, save your toilet paper rolls. That's the perfect thing to wrap your twinkle lights around in order to put down in your storage box. I always just use a small piece of painter's tape to just tape it on there, and then I just wrap it around. I love how nice and organized that is and how compact. Some of these are small enough that they can fit right inside of there, but it'll still sit so nicely, like right down inside my little box. But this is a great reminder of moving on to number 2. Be sure you have somewhere to store all of your batteries. You need to remember to take all your batteries out of your twinkle lights and everything else that you've inserted batteries in for the holiday season, because you don't want to open this up next year and it just be a big corroded mess. So take those batteries out and have a nice place to store them for next year. Next, save your egg cartons. They are perfect for wrapping around your large lights. I just use the little grooves right here, and it's a great way to get it started and keeps it so nice and organized. Also, it's not super big and obtrusive, so it goes down super nice into your storage box. Works great every time, and it's a super inexpensive option. One of the things that I do in order to prepare to put my Christmas decorations away is have appropriate size storage bins. I have a combination. I think this is a 30 quart, and then I have 105. They both work fantastic for my storage area. So I think one of the things that you need to remember is to get what works best for your storage area, depending on if it's in the basement, in the closet, under the bed. So many different places that we all store our Christmas stuff. So get the sizes that work for you. One size might not fit all. I use a combination, and that helps me put everything away appropriately. This leads right into our next one. I love using clear storage bins. I feel like it makes it so much easier to be able to see what's in there if I go into my attic searching for a certain item. But let's talk about labeling. You need to prepare how you want to label your storage bins. For me, the cheapest option and the one that I can do over and over and it never causes any damage is I use painter's tape. It's so easy because you can just take it on and off, and then I always just put one on the top and then one on the front. And that way I can always see what's in it. It's such an inexpensive option, and you don't have to go to a lot of time or effort. Just pop a piece of painter's tape on there, write what it is, and you're done. So simple. If you're enjoying today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Moving on, one of the best times to declutter your Christmas decorations is before you put your ones away. I like to do a rotation, so every year I don't always use every single Christmas item that I own. But if I haven't used it in the last 3 years, then I know I'm most likely not going to use it again unless it's a treasured item. So this is the perfect time, while everything's not in the bins, to just start going through the ones of the stuff that you haven't used and declutter and organize those Christmas decorations. Then when you go to put your Christmas items away, you have so much more room and you get to start fresh next year using things that you know that you love. Before you store your Christmas decorations, you need to decide, are you going to store according to location, or are you going to store according to the item? Such as, do you put all your bows together, your ribbon, or do you put everything, for me, I store according to location. I just feel like that's so much easier. I'll take one of my big clear storage bins. This is the lower staircase. I will put that in there, label it, done. I do the upper one. I say upper staircase. Then it's done. I just feel like that way I have it all there, and if I do decide to change it up a little bit next year, then I can start looking at other items. But otherwise, I feel like I'm starting all over every year if I do it according to the item. So keep that in mind. I will suggest location works best. Next, get your camera ready. Say you have something that you just absolutely love that you decorated. I love my tree this year, and I think it looks so beautiful. But have you ever tried to remember exactly how you did it? No. So to prepare, you're going to have a camera ready and take photos of whatever you love in your home before you disassemble it and start to put it away. That way, if you want, you can just print it off on your printer, store it on your phone, store it on your laptop, whatever. And then that way, next year, you're like, man, I want to do my tree like that again next year. Or maybe you want to do something different next year, and 2-3 years down the road, you're like, wow, I want to go back and do my tree like I did then. Well, guess what? Now you have photos. I suggest making an album so you can save them in there. So perfect, and you'll be well prepared to decorate the way you love. Make sure you're prepared by going to the store and having some Ziploc bags. Ziploc bags are amazing for storing all types of items in it for Christmas. I use mine to store greenery, ornaments, all kinds of things, and it's really nice because you can actually store so much down in here, and then you know it's also going to be sealed up, keeping it dust free, and they're just come in super handy. And then you can just lay them inside your storage box. I usually do this type of thing on the top so I know it's not getting squished. Ziploc bags. And you can head to the Dollar Tree and get the inexpensive ones because you know they don't need to be like freezer proof. If you've been around a charming abode for a while, you know that this is one of my favorite storage hacks. This is just an old cheap garment bag, like the plastic one. You can get them over on Amazon. This is what I use to store my wrapping paper. They fit down in here so nicely, keeps them safe, keeps them from getting crushed. You can just zip them up, and I hang this in an old storage closet that I have down in the basement. And then something else that comes in super handy is you can have like a dedicated pair of scissors and tape that you just always keep in there with it. That way, if you're like me, you're not running around looking for scissors. And I just keep it stored down in the bottom of the bag. Keeps super nice, and then that way it's all together. I'm gonna insert a clip right here where you can use the storage bags for wreaths. It's perfect. You can put one down in there, and then normally you can put another one right on top. Keeps the dust off of them, keeps them nice and safe and sound, and it's a perfect way to store your Christmas decorations. Let's do a couple bonus tips to set you up for success next year. For me, this is my mantle storage box. So I'm getting ready to take down my Christmas decor off my mantle up there. And the best part is the items that normally go up there, I had already put into this box. So it's so great because now I can just switch the stuff in and out. And one, it gave me a place to store the items while Christmas was happening. And two, it just makes it so easy, like I said, to swap it in and out. So here's another bonus tip that it can be a little tricky for everyone because we all don't have the same space, the same storage. I have this attic. This is where I like to store like all my Christmas pictures. I hang them up here on these walls, and that keeps them out of the way. Some great places that you can store your large like Christmas pictures that you only pull out certain times of the year. I store some under my bed before. I put them in the back of my closet. And one more idea that's like really great is if you have something that you're super worried about, and you really want to keep it protected, you could purchase a large TV box and put your art in there. And then actually sometimes several pieces could fit in there. And then you have a great place, like if you need to store that in your garage. If you found that you bought any type of like Christmas dishes or anything like that, one of the best things that I can suggest is saving the original box that they came in. I have this big holiday dinnerware set that's 16 pieces, and I'm getting ready to go put it back up in my attic. And I have kept it. It keeps everything. I even kept the plastic. Instead of these dishes just sitting downstairs, risking getting broken, this has just been a really great way considering we only use this one time a year. I hope you guys found this super helpful and you're ready and prepared to store your Christmas decorations. We'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye.